Hey you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you today. I feel like it's been forever since I actually did a video, but pretty sure you're getting my videos because, as you all know, I store them. So I wanted to do a video today speaking on the process after you have gastric sleeve or weight loss surgery of any kind, or if you lose, like 1/3 of your body mass or your body weight, which is a huge amount of weight to lose. And I always touch base and I always talk about the process that you'll have to go through besides your body mass changing, besides your flesh changing, besides you being able to fit into those jeans that you probably didn't think you'd be able to fit. So it's a big process, it's a long process, it's a tremendous and tedious process as you're going through the body mass changing. We often hear about the great pleasures that we get um, and the milestones that we reach once we lose weight or as we're losing weight. But not often do we actually talk about the trials, the frustrations, the downfalls, the sometimes insecurities, sometimes things being um, quite a trial to go through mentally. But I've learned, and I hope that this video kind of touches base with the importance of going through that process and being aware that there is quite a process beyond the physical aspect. Now, I have endured in the past few months four, count them, four. I've endured four either family members or extremely close friends pass. So, being that as I'm losing weight, and you know, when I hit the mark of like 14 months post op, it totaled, I think, like 213 pounds lost so far. That takes you through a tailspin. But then, if you are to, on top of that, have all of these emotions brewing inside of you about, your close ones or your relatives passing away and things like that, it's it's nothing like you can imagine. I'll just say that. Um, the thing is that when you are going through this process of losing weight, you're going to feel all kinds of things that you didn't even know exist because food covered those things up. Okay? And because food covered those things up, you didn't even know that you were masking these feelings. You can't know that you're masking something that you don't even know is there. You think you're going through the emotions. So, for instance, if you break up with someone or someone wrongs you, that you know or love, or someone passes and you're mourning, you truly don't understand. You're not fully mourning. You're not fully getting over it because the food is giving you a false sense of comfort. Um, so when you take that away, when you strip yourself of that comfort that you were accustomed to using or that vice that you was accustomed to using, you're going to go through a hell of a transition. Um, it's going to be extremely hard. It's going to be extremely hard. Now, if you are the type of person that you didn't have well, let's face it, if you are excessively overweight, if you are obese, if you are morbidly obese, Whether you want to realize it or not, whether you want to use the words or not, sometimes words, we don't like to use certain words because they don't make us feel normal, or we don't feel pretty using those words. But guess what? The fact still remains is that if you are morbidly obese, if you are even obese, um, if you are super morbidly obese, you have a relationship with food, and it's not a healthy one. Because if it was a healthy one, and if you wasn't addicted to food, then therefore you wouldn't have reached or ballooned the weight that you were or are. It doesn't sound pretty. It doesn't sound nice. It doesn't make us feel great. But it's true nevertheless. So when you strip that attachment that you have to food, and then things come your way, it's going to be impactful at a whole nother level. Where if normally, if your normalcy was to turn to food, well, when you reduce your stomach, whether that's with gastric sleeve like I did, or they reroute like a bypass, or they just simply put something around to, you know, lessen your food intake with a lap band. The fact remains you still can't turn to food at the level that you are that has become your normalcy, at the level that you are accustomed to. So you then start looking for other things to turn to, and that's almost like our the fight or flight syndrome, or um, mindset. And our mind almost in a sense goes into a panic, and that's when our mind starts looking for other things to run to. This is about me right now. You may choose something differently, but I don't want to turn to other things to fill a vice that food has been in my life. I don't want to turn to drinking. I don't want to turn to smoking weed. I don't want to turn to seeking attention from other people other than my husband. I don't want to turn to being promiscuous. I don't want to turn to um, smoking cigarettes. I don't want to turn to any other kind of street drug other than marijuana either. I don't want to turn to any of those things, because those are often things that people turn to fill that void. It's a very difficult thing, and I'm not passing judgment. I'm saying that that's just not what I want to do. That's just not what I want to turn to. But it's very, very easy to turn to those things, because a lot of people will not find success unless they find or fill that void. Because what happens is that you often become consumed mentally with trying to avoid food, or trying to get around your weight loss surgery, and these things you'll find yourself being, literally your mind being bombarded with just your life centering around avoiding food, or you know, eating things that you shouldn't eat. And it just, I don't want to turn from, I don't want food to run my life either way. I don't want food to run my life as far as overeating and eating excessively. And I don't want food to consume my life as far as trying to avoid it, or trying to, oh, I can't have this, but I can have this, and I got to make sure I can only have an amount of this. And I don't want food to dictate and rule my life, period. But oftentimes, to get your mind off of that compulsiveness that you already have in you, because a lot of people find that you do have a compulsive issue when you are compulsively overeating. When you take that away, that compulsive behavior that you already have, then oftentimes has to get transferred to something else. So you may find that you will become addicted to shopping. You may find that you will be addicted to alcohol. You may find that you be addicted to um, pain pills. You may find that you be addicted to weed. You may find that you're addicted to alcohol. You may find that you're addicted to seeking everybody's attention and approval. You may find that that addiction or that compulsive behavior then transfers to something else. And in order for a lot of people to become successful fully at achieving weight loss surgery or being a weight loss patient, a lot of people transfer that compulsion that they have onto another vice. Me, I don't want it to be another vice, and I don't want it to be a vice that's negative. I don't want it to be a vice that's out of my character. I don't want it to be a vice that's going to hinder my growth spiritually, physically, mentally. I don't want it to be a vice that's going to interfere with me caring for my family. You understand what I'm saying? So it's quite an ordeal that you'll have to figure things out. This is why counseling is necessary. I'm going to talk more about this in another video because I'm going to actually get into how and why I actually stopped counseling, and tell you guys what I really think about that and what I really think about counseling and if it's overrated and all that kind of stuff in the next video. So make sure you stay tuned to that video because I think you guys really need to hear this, and I don't think many people talk about it. And I like I said, I want to I don't want to give you guys one side of my journey. I don't want to, and everything I'm not going to share with you. That's just natural. I don't think anybody shares their entire life with anybody or anyone. And surely I am definitely not going to share my entire life with you guys. But I want it to be, it's pivotal moments in my journey that I think it would be very helpful for those who are contemplating losing weight, whatever vehicle you use to do, whatever vehicle you use to achieve optimum health and to get better and be better and not be heading to a certain death at being morbidly obese like I was. Then it's just certain things that I just want to share with you guys. What, like I said, whether you're contemplating having weight loss surgery or losing weight um, and losing a lot of it, or whether you have had surgery and you think that maybe you're alone in this way of thinking, or whether you're, years post-op, because that's another thing. You're going to have to change your mindset if you think you're going to have weight loss surgery and lose 300 pounds in a year and a half or 2 years. It doesn't work like that. Weight loss does slow down. It does happen, but it slows down. It's a tool. You're going to have to use your tool to the best of your ability. But you're not going to, it takes years. A lot of people, it takes years and years, especially when you're at a weight like I was. I was almost 500 pounds. It takes years to get to the amount that some of you guys may want to get down to. Now, the amount that I choose to get to may not be small enough for what some of you guys will say I need to be. But you have to understand that I've never in my adult life been not plus size. In fact, I've never been not plus size since I was probably about 11 years old. So for me to be at this weight that I am now, some people would say it's still huge. Hey, I haven't been this weight since I first had children. So I haven't been this weight since I was 18, 19 years old. Probably at 18, yeah. I was probably about this size at about 18 years old. So for me to be 14 months post-op, I don't know when you're getting this video, but for me to be 14 months post-op and to have lost over 200 pounds thus far, that is amazing for me. Now, do I want to get a little smaller? Sure. But I'm happy as I'm going along. I'm going to let my body do what it do, and I'm not going to be consumed with afraid of food or afraid I'm going to do the wrong thing or afraid I'm not going to do the right thing. I'm enjoying my life, you guys. I'm enjoying life, period. That's what I'm doing. Am I going to continue to do better? Yep. With everything that's inside of me. But I am enjoying life at a whole new level. I'm enjoying time with my husband. We're enjoying vacations. We're enjoying the new. My kids are enjoying the new mother they have. My husband is enjoying the new wife he has. I'm enjoying my new body. I'm enjoying being able to walk, being able to actually run. I'm enjoying it all. So where other people may not see as, oh, you have arrived, honey, you are at the top of your game. Guess what? I am, because my game may not be your game. My level of greatness may not be your level of greatness. um, all I know is that this chick right here this chick right here is extremely, extremely happy, ecstatic in fact, and extremely blessed and highly favored. And I can't complain. I cannot complain, because a year ago, I was almost 500 pounds. So I think that we all have to understand and learn the actual facts about this thing called weight loss surgery, or this thing called weight loss journeys, and as a whole. And understand that everybody's journey is going to be different. Everybody's happiness or milestone, or what they consider as, arriving and reaching a goal, is going to be different. Um, but it's to each his own. And you'll know if a person is truly, truly content and truly, truly happy, no matter where they're at in their journey. You'll know, because it's certain signs that you'll be able to tell, especially amongst women. I can look at another woman and say, good for you. That's because I have happiness within myself. That's because I have a certain level of joy myself. When you see when other women can't do that, it's a reason. And usually it's not because of you, honey. It's because of them. So just something to just think about. And I hope this video has helped you in some way, shape, or form. I thank you for being here. I thank you for allowing me to share. And I thank you for finding value in that of which I do. I will talk to you guys later, and be blessed.